So I'm founder of Feebuster, and before I do the introduction, I would like to ask you, how many of you thought how and where to find savings? And I am sure everyone in this room know, but you also know that it's simply annoying. We solve that problem. Feebuster is the robo-advisor who is integrated with your existing bank account, constantly monitoring your spendings, looking for savings and better deals, and educate people how turn your savings into investments. The problem which we are solving is very serious. It's 43% of the people in UK have no savings for unexpected financial events. And even worse is in young generation. They're losing their saving habits. So more than half of young people between 22 to 29 years old, they have no savings at all. But it needn't to be like that one. There is so many different ways where we can to find savings. So for example, the British people, they're losing around 30k for unused subscription over lifetime. But it's also something very promising. 86% of millennials, they are very interested in sustainable investment. Our solution is very simple. It's mobile application which integrate with your existing bank account. It's identify unused subscription and get reminders to cancel them. It helps to change your saving habits based on AI tips. It's helping you also to get the better deals on the ones you want to keep. And as I mentioned previously, in educate people how turn savings into investments, donation accord the financial activities. So on the right side, you can see our snapshot of prototype, how it's look. So this is something new what we want to release in the MVP in the next 3 months. It's we showing your current balance, and this is something what is the different from our other application. We showing prediction, so you can see how your balance will look like at the end of the month and in the future. There is the list of the tips which you can to see and important financial events with your existing bank account. There is the way where we can to automate that process to find the better deals. So if you're paying for your electricity currently, we can to check how much do you spending. We can to find a better deal and let you know that at the end of your contract there is something better and you can save your money. And of course, like in most applications, we're showing the whole information about transaction history. Regarding to investment, we believe like the easiest way to start investment is firstly to find some savings and then turn into investment. And this is the reason why we want firstly automate transfer to the savings accounts, so for the users who generate savings. And we would like to give the option, several options for our users is the stock and share ISA, lifetime ISA, P2P lenders, and we also still looking for many different options which we can to provide and will be very innovative. Why Feebuster? Why is the time currently for Feebuster? PSD2 is the game changer in financial ecosystem, and it will shape the future of consumer mindset. Online subscription market, it's growing fast. Wealth management, it's not exclusive anymore for financial institution, and mobile digital wallet is the future for mass adoption. How the market it look like currently and how it will be look like in the future. So as you can see, the penetration of the market currently is the 40% in the UK. It was in 2018 in UK, so there is around 16 million potential customers who currently using the mobile application, but prediction showing like in 2023 the penetration will be 70%, so it's showing 35 million people who are using internet. They will be using the mobile application to manage their current account. And based on that statistic, it's showing like, and it's a very interesting fact that the Europe is twice as large as US will be twice as large as US. So it's something around 515 million in the Europe potential customers, and in United States it's 230 millions. We want to provide, generally, we want to provide the basic version, and it will be free for all customers. But we want to also provide a premium service where will be the low monthly fee. We will receiving the commission from the comparison service and transaction fee from investment and transfers. Investment and transfers. And of course, we still are doing the research, other options which giving us the revenues. As I mentioned previously, we are on early stage. So thank you very much for your attention. And if you like our idea and you would like to optimize your finance, you can make the pre-register currently and become our early adopters on the website feebuster.co. And of course, if you're interested, we have currently the prototype which we can show you. And some fact interesting in our product as well and project is like we won the hackathon organized by the Capgemini in the last year. And currently we are in the top 5 in the startup accelerator. So we're thinking to travel to Australia to talk with them on the selection day. So thank you very much.
Questions for Seweryn?
Do you think going direct to customer is a difficult proposition? Acquisition cost is high. I don't know how much your lifetime value is. Or is it better to go through the fintechs and become a service provider to them? Which you think is the, I mean, obviously you have chosen a path, but do you see that as a problem? Like Monzos and Revoluts just introduce this feature tomorrow, if it's really interesting.
It is, but they are the bank. We have no motivation to be the bank. And what the analytics, what the statistics showing currently, like I am millennial and probably the young generation, they will believe more in the tech solution instead of the banks. So this is like we are on top of the bank. So our application, it can integrate with each bank you would like. So if the Monzo will give you the better deal, for example, for some loans, and you would like to use the Monzo, then you can still use our application. In the future, if you would like make the change, you still can use our application and you can switch to other bank. So we have completely different proposal, like is the Monzo and Revolut.
In the features that you discussed, well, that whether it's going to be equal in a basic premium package or premium package, and I understood that there is a lot of banking and transactional data would be analyzed and giving some kind of advice of sanitizing subscriptions and other things. Are you planning to have the feature where the system or your app would identify abnormal activities, potentially fraudulent, charges or payment, some unrecognized or outlying banking activities relates to your account and generating alerts in that?
I'm not sure that I understood you, but generally our idea and how our idea started was like, for example, I recognized that Amazon Kindle charging me, and I recognized that they charging me by the 5 months, but I needed them. So our first concept was concentrate only on subscription, but after this, as it has to be more wider to build more engagement, we built something more bigger, which analyzing that one.
Hi, Seweryn. Another quick question then on KPIs. What sort of proportion of the subscriptions in a given millennials account can you successfully match as a subscription and help them with? So if you were Amazon, you took as an example, but how many of the subscriptions are sort of are successfly matched, and how many are false positives?
We ran the prototype in the last year, and we acquired something around the 300 users. Probably 10% of them, they share with us the financial data. So during that analysis, we've seen like generally average subscription is something around 10 for consumers, 10, 12, something like that one. So it's showing like there is the way, and probably it will be growing because more services will be based on that model. So this is how I can to say currently on our experience from the last year.
Okay. Seweryn, thank you very much.